Everybody thinks being made is the finish line. Like once it happens, you're safe. That's the lie. Being made doesn't give you freedom. It takes it. Your name's locked in. Your options disappear. Every move gets watched. Every mistake gets heavier. This isn't about the honor. It's about the moment your life stops being yours. And why most guys don't realize the cost until there's no way out. You thought getting made meant you arrived? Wrong. It means you're owned. From here on out, nothing's said straight. Looks do the talking. Silence does the rest. You're a made guy now, a friend of ours, which means the air's thicker, the room's quieter, and mistakes don't get explained. This is what comes after the button. When the squeeze starts, and nobody tells you why. You don't celebrate. You don't relax. You sit different. You listen more than you breathe. Because you're on record now. Every move reflects back up the ladder. Your captain doesn't give speeches. He just lets the silence stretch. That's silence. That's instruction. Being made doesn't put you on top. It puts you on the bottom of the real list. You walk last. You talk last. You wait. If the crew moves, you follow. If they stop, you stop. Nobody reminds you. They shouldn't have to. You're a made guy, but you're still the low man, and the low man pays. When the crew eats, you don't pick the joint. You don't rush the order. You don't ask questions. Wine flows, steaks land, plates stack. Nobody looks at prices. Nobody needs to. Then the check hits the table. It drifts, stops in front of you. No words, no eye contact. You already know. You don't hesitate. That's the test. Cash comes out clean, not folded, not short. You don't count it twice. Because counting twice says you're nervous, and nervous gets noticed. They call it taking care of the table. What it really is showing you know who eats first. Your phone rings more now. Errands, pickups, collections, little problems that aren't little anymore. You're running rackets, sure. But the real money? That moves past you, up the line. You keep a taste. Your captain keeps the weight. That's the arrangement. Nobody explains it. You're expected to understand. You bring the envelope up, thick, clean, quiet. No stories, no math lessons. Your captain opens it slow, counts without looking at you, closes it, a nod. That's it. That nod says you live another day doing what you're told. No nod? You think about that later. You start editing yourself. Your tone, your pace, who you talk to, and how long. You don't volunteer opinions. You don't show frustration. You handle things before they climb higher. Because once something goes upstairs, it comes back down heavier. You learn to fix problems quietly. That's how you stay useful. Money moves through you now, fast, but it doesn't stop. What comes in goes up, always. Whatever's left is yours to figure out. Nobody asks how tight things get. As long as envelopes don't come back light. Being made doesn't mean you're rich. It means you're responsible. You don't vent. You don't complain. You don't explain yourself. That's omerta, not the word, the practice. People don't listen for excuses. They listen for cracks. And once they hear one, they don't forget it. They just wait. So you keep your mouth shut and your face calm. That's the job. Nobody tells you when you're being tested. That's the point. Every dinner, every pickup, every envelope. It's all being logged somewhere you'll never see. You don't find out you failed when it happens. You find out later, when calls slow down or come from the wrong number. The button doesn't protect you. It marks you. You can't drift. You can't disappear. You belong. They call it a family, but families don't keep score like this. This one does. And it expects loyalty without reminders. You asked for this. Now you carry it. Nobody pats you on the back for handling pressure. That's expected. You just keep showing up, paying, collecting, staying quiet. Because if you can't handle the squeeze, there's always another guy waiting, hungrier, cheaper, easier to replace. Being made means staying useful, not liked, not trusted, useful. If you stop producing, people notice. If you slow down, they notice faster. Nobody says it out loud, but you feel it. A made guy who doesn't earn is a problem, and problems don't stay, problems long. So you keep moving, because idle guys get talked about. You get calls that don't sound like work. Go see this guy. Straighten that out. Take a ride. Nobody explains why. They don't have to. You show up, ask the right questions, leave things cleaner than you found them. You don't make noise. Noise brings heat. And heat brings attention nobody wants. Sometimes they ask for things they don't need, just to see how fast you move, how quiet you are, how you react when plans change. That's the test. You don't question it, you adjust. Because hesitation looks like doubt, and doubt gets you reclassified real quick. You start watching rooms like a habit. Who talks? Who stays quiet? Who's being sized up? You learn that laughter doesn't mean comfort. It means someone's being measured. Nobody jokes without a reason. Nobody smiles by accident. You read faces now, not words. Words lie. Faces don't. Every so often, money comes in light. Not short, just light. That's worse. Short means a mistake. Light means a question. You don't pass that problem up. You fix it first. Your pocket, your problem. Because the second an envelope raises eyebrows, you're on the clock. You make calls. You take rides. You remind people who they owe. No threats, just tone. A pause in the conversation. A look that says you remember everything. That's how things get corrected. If it still comes back light, that's when it stops being business and starts being personal. You learn your captain's moods without words. A nod means fine. No nod means think. A long stare means you're being discussed somewhere you're not invited. He doesn't yell. Yelling is for civilians. He lets you figure it out. That's the worst part. Knowing the answer's already decided. You don't freelance. You don't improvise. You don't get creative without permission. This thing runs on structure. You stay in your lane. Even if you see a better angle, you wait. Because stepping out of line, even with good intentions, gets remembered as disrespect. Sometimes you get the talk. Not a warning, a reminder. A casual conversation that isn't casual at all. Your captain brings something small up, something you thought nobody noticed. That's how you know you're always being watched. If he knows about the small stuff, imagine what else he knows. Loyalty isn't proven in big moments. It's proven in small ones. Who you sit with, who you avoid, what you repeat, and what you don't. You don't gossip. You don't carry stories. You don't play both sides. That's how guys disappear quietly, by forgetting who they belong to. You wanted to be made. Now you are. Bills you don't question. Pressure you don't talk about. Silence you live inside. Next time, you'll see what happens when expectations climb. And mistakes stop being forgiven. Because once you're a made guy, there's no such thing as small trouble. Only trouble that costs. If this made sense to you, you're already one of us. You know how this works. Stay around. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. If something in this hit close, leave a comment. Keep it respectful. No noise, no games. And if you want the deeper breakdown, the full material is in the description. Read it when you're ready. That's it.